مساء الخير مشاهدينا الكرام، واهلا وسهلا فيكم بحلقه جديده من برنامجكم بقعه امل سبار اوف هوب. الليله بيسرنا نستضيف ضيف عزيز، وايضا هو من الشخصيات الناجحه والمتفائله والايجابيه على طول عندنا بالكوميونتي. علي عبد الله، اهلا وسهلا فيك حبيبي. ثانك يو فور بينج هير
حبيب قلبي، شرف
حبيبي. ثانك يو. علي بنبلش معك طبيعي، بدنا نحيي كل المشاهدين اللي هن اساس النجاح. كتروا من اسئلتكم من تعليقاتكم. ميك شور تو شير ذا فيديو لحتى ايضا توصل القصة والمعلومات القيمة لأكبر عدد من الناس. وطبعا ما فينا ما نتشكر واتساب ميديا نتورك اللي هي بتفتح لنا الأثير كل ثلاثة الساعة 7:30 للساعة 8:30 لحتى نشارككم ونطلع عليكم مشاهدينا. طبعا تحية للسبونسرز كلهم للواتساب ميديا نتورك، سلينج ارابيك تي في، أكثر من 130 إذاعة عربية، مشاهدة بلس، بي ام سبورتس. تواصلوا مع واتساب ميديا نتورك تيم لحتى تحصلوا على مشاركة مجانية لمدة أسبوع. وأيضا تحية كبيرة كبيرة للسبونسرز تبع سبار اوف هوب يلي هن مانجوز، برنسس بيكري، فرن الأمراء، وعلي شرارة من سنشر 21، ومروان فرج من لمو اكسبرس. تحية لكم وثانك يو على الدعم الوفير لحتى تستمر مسيرة هذا الشو. علي اهلا وسهلا فيك مرة ثانية.
اهلا فيك حبيبي.
رح نخليك انت تتعرف على حالك لحتى انا ما بدي ما تعصب علي بعدين اذا صرت شغله لانه ما شاء الله عنك ما مخلي شيء غير ما معامل ياخذ العين.
حبيب قلبي.
من دق يعني دق موسيقى لريل استيت مع كذا شركه، يو لاف تو ليرن، كل الامور الحلوه هيدي فنحكي عنها. اول شيء علي قبل ما نفوت طبعا بالكارير تاعولك بدنا بس نحكي اول شيء علي عبد الله وين خلق وين ربي، كيف كانت طفولته لعلي؟ طفولتك انت يعني.
اكيد. اولا بشكرك نعم على البرنامج الحلو اللي حبيبي. الكل بنحب نحضره وانا كثير مبسوط لك انه
حبيبي
انت يعني كبير قدامنا ونحن كلنا
حبيبي الله كبير.
بنحبك وبنحترمك اكيد.
حبيبي لايكوايز. ثانك يو
حبيبي. نحن نكملها بالعربي اكيد. ها
خلص كملها يلا.
اوكي. جيت على البلد خلقان ببنت جبال لبنان. جيت على البلد كان عمري 2 سنين، واكيد ربيت يعني اكثر عمري هون على البلد، ويعني رجعت على لبنان يعني زور لبنان، بس اجمالا خلقان هناك ربيان هون.
طبعا
الحمد لله. وربيت بعائله ببيت انه العربي بالبيت والانجليزي برا. الحمد لله. وصلنا هون ما بعرف 43 سنة.
ما شاء الله.
الحمد لله
ما شاء الله الحمد لله. جيت على ديربورن طبعا ولا غير ولاية لما جيتوا لهون؟
جينا على ساوث اند على ديكس بديربورن، قعدنا 2 سنين هونيك، بعدين جينا على ايست ديربورن هون، وذن اي موف تو نقلت على ديربورن هايتس من شي 19 سنة.
اوكي من 19 سنة. وكيف كانت البداية عندك انت؟ كم خي واخت عندك ما شاء الله؟
عندي خيين واخت، خي ديف، خي حسين، واختي رندا، وانا صغير.
اوكي 4 يعني.
4 نحن.
اول ان اول ما شاء الله يحفظكم. والحج والحجة كيف بصحة جيدة ان شاء
الله؟
الحمد
لله الحمد لله.
الله يحفظك. تحية لك العائلة طبعا الكريمة. طيب على مدرسة رحت علي؟ كيف كانت؟ متذكر هي مدرسة الالمنتري ميدل سكول وهاي سكول؟
Yeah, elementary school I went to Laurie Elementary for preschool and kindergarten. رحت على Oakman من first grade to 6th grade, Maple School 7th and 8th grade, and Fordson High School 9th to I graduated.
اوكي. وبعد الكولج؟
No college.
No college.
Yeah. Which
you're hands on.
Yeah, no, back in my time we graduated in 1992 من Fordson.
اوكي.
منه نروح على كولج، مننا كنا عم نشتغل عند اهلنا ومطاعم و100,000 شغله، فمش كلنا مثل الولاد اليوم كان عندنا فرصه نروح على الكولج وحاطينها براسنا. نحن كنا نفكر لما تخرجت انه work hard, make money, وانا فتت بالمطعم اهلي كان عمري 8 سنين، كنت ولد then ربيت فيه المطعم. فتح لي المطعم بساوثفيلد ب 1982.
اوكي.
ولما كنت ولد كنت متعود اروح على المطعم واشتغل ساعد اهلي. ولما صرت بالناينث جريد كنت روح اشتغل هونيك كمان مور. وبعدين لما تخرجت يعني كنت انا وخي حسين كنا مستلمين المطعم وهيك تعودت. بس اللي ما خلاني اروح على الكولج كنت بالفن. يعني لما كنت ولد عمري 5 سنين بالفن، لما فتت بالهاي سكول بالناينث جريد جالي نو اكشلي بلشت بالفن، كنت ولد، بس لما فتت بالفن كان عمري اول حفله كان عمري 13 سنه.
احنا نحكي فيها انه كيف حبيت الفن يعني، وانت كنت مع فنانين مشهورين يعني، مش انه كنت عم تعمل بس كهابي تطلع على المسرح وتبي درامر يعني. كنت مع بيج نيمز. طيب هي بالنسبه لطفولتك عمرك 13 سنه كان الفن. طيب انت بالهاي سكول كمان كنت عم تعمل درامر كمان ولا؟
كنت على فكره انا جاوبتك على كل سؤالك او وين صرت هلا ما بعرف. انا يمكن رحت شمال ويمين بس معلش. المهم سؤالك كان انه فتت بالهاي سكول بالالمنتري. I started music in third grade. الصف الثالث.
Okay.
In third grade I got into band, and because I've always had it. كان لما ولد عندي اياه شغله بحب اعملها، الدربكه، الكاتم، الطبل، الدرامز، كله بحب. كنت طنطن ودقدق بالبيت واسرع الدنيا.
وكان بيك يقوم لك.
Yeah, so third grade صف الثالث you can start music, and I started music. And I went all the way through junior high and high school, marching band, jazz band, rock, funk. We travel. And ninth grade, I was also in football. So I was a running back and a linebacker in football since I was 8 years old. So in ninth grade, I had to make a decision. Either I keep playing football, which I loved, or I stay in band. You can't do football and band. You have to do one or the other. I chose band, and all my friends were like, why are you doing band? Because I loved it. I had the passion for music, and I always loved it. And so I was doing Middle Eastern music, Shar'i, Ma'al Arab, and I was doing American music with the school. So I was playing jazz, and I used to read notes, jazz, funk, rock, all that, marching band, and football. Football games, how there's a halftime show? I used to do that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Just to entertain the fans. Okay, so what made you? So I know they said that you love music and drums and all that stuff. طيب بعدين were you looking at a career in music?
No, because my dad did not want me to get into music for one reason. He didn't want me to get stuck in music and make that my career.
He thought it's not going to be profitable?
It's not that. It's just he knows that musicians travel a lot. And he knows it's just not enough money. It's not enough income. It's a hobby. It's a hobby you make money on.
Yeah.
It's not a I wouldn't say, some musicians make a lot of money. These are, if you're getting into the big superstar singers, yeah, you do make money, but it's not something I want to do all my life. Travel and play. So my passion was real estate. Because I was a kid, I always draw houses. So I was like 5, 6 years old. I would always draw houses. I don't know, I had a passion for drawing houses, not knowing that later on in life I'm going to be a realtor.
Really?
And then my brother got into the business. I opened up my eyes. And when he got into it, I knew that's what I wanted to do. I didn't care for college. I didn't care for anything. I knew that you turn 18, you can get your license. And I didn't get in it right away. Because I got out of high school, I got a phone call from Walid Tawfiq's promoter. To play for a concert in Windsor, and from there Windsor became a Canadian tour became a US tour, and then I flew over to overseas to Lebanon and traveled around the world 5 times from there. Nice. At 18 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then they gave you a great and a deep kind of peek into it, and you didn't like it.
I enjoyed every bit of it. I mean, لما الواحد يسافر من بلد لبلد، اسبانيا، استراليا، ايطاليا.
No, I mean like as a career, like as
no,
as
a career. At that time, at 18 years old, I didn't care what career was. I didn't care what college was.
We were having fun. And
I was definitely
touring the world.
Touring the world with a superstar singer, legend. Yeah. Walid Tawfiq to me when I was a kid, I said, wow, my dream. I used to always go to every wedding, every party, every concert with my parents, and they would always find me next to the band, next to the singer. And at dinner, I would sit with the band. So I've always had that in me, right? When I got the call to play for Walid Tawfiq, I was like, and I had concerts already booked with other singers, yes. I took it and ran. So for me, the opportunity was there.
Nice.
That's like the NFL calling me, telling me, hey, come play in the NFL. Yeah. Nice.
Nice.
You run.
طبعا we're gonna continue with you علي بس let me to thank كل اللي عم يحضرونا. Please make sure to share the video. أي تعليق, أي comment, أي question you guys have, please make sure that you include it in the comment box, and then we're gonna make sure to take care of it. علي كيف معك? So at 18 you toured the world 5 times with Khodr Tawfiq, who is, as you said, is a legend, and he's a superstar singer, and you didn't care much about your future at that point. You were not thinking what are you gonna do, where is it gonna take you, what are you gonna end up doing. But in the meantime, you knew that since you were young, also you used to draw houses, and that was where your career might be. What kind of career in houses you were thinking about back then? Was it basically just selling houses, maybe an architect, maybe?
I thought maybe I was going to build houses.
Civil engineer?
I don't know. You know, honestly, I really didn't know. And the reason why coming out of high school, I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I was not one to love school, to be honest with you. I was not a school study, type person.
I mean, you're not a college fit.
Not a college fit. I'm not a book fit.
Yeah.
I love to explore and make things happen. I guess street smart, you want to call it, whatever you want to say. So this phone call that I got came by surprise, and that kind of like took me out of thinking about what I want to do for a living. I just wanted to enjoy the time I was getting and the opportunity I was getting.
Okay. You tried that, and then you came back when, like after a few months?
So I was gone for a little more than a year.
Okay. About a year.
My base was in Lebanon.
Okay.
And we would travel in and out of Lebanon every week, every other week, every day, every 3 days. It's constantly, superstar singers, they travel.
Yes.
And then I started getting calls from Asa Hillani, Faris Karam, Najwa Karam, all the big superstar singers. They start to see and hear you.
Sure.
They start to request you. So I was taking concerts and parties.
And you used to be a drummer.
Yeah, as a drummer, full drum set.
Was that mainly? Okay.
Full drum set. يعني أنا طبل وإيقاع وكل شيء, بس my profession was full drum set.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I became more famous and more popular with other singers. And it took off even more.
Okay, so for how long you did that then? So 1 year with Khodr Tawfiq?
Yeah, so then traveling in and out of the country and local parties and weddings from the local singers here. I played for all of them. I started with all of them at a young age, and so I did that for, about 22, 23 years straight.
Really?
Yeah, I was young. I was 13. My first wedding, I was 13 years old. My parents dropped me off at the party, and I went all the way to I was, 26, 27, I don't know what it was.
Okay, wow. So basically you spent about 10, 15 years doing that.
More, like almost.
I didn't know that.
I don't know, 20.
I mean, I know that we saw a video of yours a couple of months back at the festival, playing the drums, but I didn't know that you spent. Yeah, but I didn't even know myself that you spent that much time doing it. Okay, and then when did you decide to stop? I mean, you were enjoying it, traveling. Is it the family? Is it stability? Is it the income? Is it growing up and say, hey, this superstar is making millions, whereas I'm making pennies? Is that what
I was
happened?
making good money, actually. I was the only musician in the band making the most money because everybody was from Lebanon. And by the way, I was 18. They're all like 30, 40, 50 years old. And they're all from Lebanon. I was the only one from America at a young age getting paid better because I came from the U.S., Yeah. So, but your question is, when did I stop?
Why you stopped? Basically, after spending over 10 years and you pretty much knew the entire circle and your name was circulated among all the superstars, why you did not,
continue?
invest that? Why did not, invest, in your name more and bigger, and who knows? You would have been...
You know what? I think it's kind of like when you get to a point where you've seen, like the first time I went to Australia, I was like, wow, I'm in Australia. I think after a while from traveling and doing so many parties and weddings, and as a drummer,
becomes nothing, right?
I have so much equipment to haul around that the work of putting equipment together and taking it apart is a lot of work. And then you play for 2-3 hours. That's a workout. It got to a point when I got married. It wasn't when I got married I stopped. When I got married, my wife knew. I got married 19 years ago. It was my anniversary a month ago, and
happy anniversary.
Thank you, Habibi. Abilak, inshallah.
Habibi.
Yeah. And then, so 19 years ago, when I started, my wife knew this is what I do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. My wife knew that I am a drummer, this is going to be, and I'm a realtor. I'm going to be a drummer and I'm going to be a realtor. So you got to accept it the way it is, or I'm not the right guy for you at the end of the day. So, because as a musician, you're gone Friday, Saturday, Sunday nights, it's a lot of time, a lot of hours,
Sure.
But what made me stop was in 2010, I had enough. That's it. My body didn't care for it, didn't like it anymore. I didn't have it in me anymore. And religiously, I just, it was time for me to
choose something
that is more
religious fit.
Yeah, I just, khalas, it was time for me to let it go. And my family, my time with the family, I needed more time with the kids. I needed more time with the family. And 6 days a week in real estate and 3 parties or 3 concerts a weekend, you can only imagine what my life was like. I was like a machine,
yes,
like a robot.
Yes. And then you devoted your time to real estate.
Real estate was in 1995 or 96. I worked with my brother part-time and worked in the restaurant and worked in weddings and worked in concerts and traveled. Like coming out of high school, I was a very busy young guy. Let's just put it this way.
You were hungry for
I was doing everything.
Success for everything.
For everything, yeah. I'm a go-getter personality, and I'm a hard worker.
Sure.
Like I can probably work 24/7 if I didn't have wife and kids. I'm that type of personality. No, real estate I got in the mid '90s part-time, and then I became full-time in '98.
98.
Yeah.
Okay, and then since then you started with your brother.
Yeah, I started with my brother.
Okay, Dave.
Yep.
And basically, and then now.
Now I am on my own with my own team.
Your own team.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you this question. Do you still remember the first house that you sold yourself?
I don't remember the first house I sold, but I remember the first house I showed.
Okay.
6001 Neckel, right in the corner of Fordson High School tennis court. I remember I got my license. I got the opportunity to go show a house. Man, that was like the most exciting thing in the world. Like I thought I was on top of the world. I'm a realtor now. Like I got the suit and tie, and I'm on top of the world. And it was exciting. It was a small brick bungalow on a corner. And you know what? Everything is exciting to me that I think you sometimes think you can't do it.
And you can do it.
I'm very competitive.
You're very competitive.
My family's very competitive.
What does that mean?
That means don't play my brother Dave PlayStation. If you beat him, he's going to get upset. That's how we are. Yeah, we're a very competitive family. We are. Yeah.
It's going to be competitive in a good way.
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
Because
yeah.
that's a good.
Fun.
They can be motivated.
Yeah, fun competition.
That makes you motivated. Makes others motivated to work harder and strive for higher.
Yeah.
And then when you first started with Dave, he started at 98 full time, and then he started to pretty much help him out and learn the entire process. Like more and more. If you don't mind asking, so what is the difference between the old your old team and the new team?
So the difference. So for me, I never even knew there was such a company called eXp Realty. I never heard of them. Didn't even know about them. Century 21 was a great brokerage and is still a great brokerage, and the ownerships and the staff and the family, the whole operation is a great operation. I had never even thought about leaving it.
Sure, and big shout out, by the way, since Ali Sharara is one of our sponsors, I want to give a big shout out to Ali because also, he's been very supportive, and speaking of the family of Century 21,
Yeah.
So
Ali's a good friend of mine too,
yes,
and
Sam Baydun also was one of our sponsors also, and he is part of that too. So and Dave, your brother as well, he's a great friend and brother. So yeah, just big shout out to all of them.
Absolutely, and that's the cool thing about our business is we are all colleagues and we're competitors, but it's friendly competition.
Yes.
But we all understand, look, at the end of the day, not every customer is going to come to me, not every customer is going to go to them, and we have to be. Great. We have to cooperate with each other professionally and honestly, because at the end of the day, we sell each other's properties. So the worst thing you can do is burn a bridge with any of your colleagues because you need them and they need you. Yes. So yeah, Sam, Ali, my brother Dave, and my brother Sam, and the rest of them.
Yes, everybody.
Great people and a great family.
Absolutely. Let me, Ali, ask you before we dive into what you do today, and more on a personal level. I see you on Facebook. Of these lives.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. No, not everyone might. Not everyone might understand your joke, but I do.
Can I say it? Because there's some people following and this don't know. My friend Khodr, I called you Khodr. Because we talked about that earlier. Khodr is legally blind, for those that don't know. So this is, so, you know, when he says he sees me on Facebook, and now I want to know, how did you see me? So now, you know, for those who don't know, Khodr is a great longtime friend and one of the most inspiring people that I know. I mean, to be legally blind and to do what you're doing, this whole thing, very impressive.
Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that, so kind of you. So I see you on Facebook, and I see all the videos that you go live, and basically you motivate people. And you know, one time you're in your car, and one time you're getting out of your office, and with your clients and everything else. So we're gonna dive into that particular you know, thing. But first, at some point, you used to be one of the top agents statewide, nationwide. Can you elaborate more on that?
Yeah, well, you know, I was with my brother Dave's team, which obviously as a team, we were ranked #1 in the state of Michigan, #1 in USA. We hit worldwide #1. I mean, it just kept on. Our goals were just so high that we wanted to hit and achieve every one of them as a team.
Yes.
So I could not say I was the #1 agent, or I was, you know, we were a team effort together, and yes, we were.
But you used to belong to that team that
Correct.
used to be #1,
Correct.
state, national, and
World.
international.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that where you brought all of these great characteristics from? Like
Yeah, so mentorship. I mean,
you know, competitiveness and toughness and strength, and I'm the best or nothing. I'm #1 or nothing.
shout out to my brother Dave, for sure.
Sure.
Because
Yeah,
obviously he taught me a lot. I have to give a lot of what I know to my brother, because, you know, I came from a restaurant music background, but I'm very competitive, that I want to be the best drummer in the world. I want to be the best restaurant in the world. That's just my family's DNA. So he wanted to make sure that I became the best agent, best brother, best, you know, real estate group in the world. We had goals, you know. There was people that were doing more than us, and we kept on saying at every award convention, who are they? Like, why can they be #1? Why can't they be the top? Why can't we? Like, they're not better than us.
Okay.
You know?
What it took for you guys to become #1, by the way. So, I mean, it's obviously, it's given that you guys sold a lot of houses.
Yep.
And obviously, being honest and respectful, you know, you work with integrity. I mean, these are given, but let's give people some sample of what does it feel like, or look like, or sound like of a day of real estate. But before that, you can prepare for the answer, because I know I have a billion parts, and I'm gonna follow up with each part, Ali. You can't run away from any. But before that, I have to give a shout out to all the audience out there. Please make sure that you keep continuing watching, sharing, making comments on the video. Big shout out to What's Up Media sponsors, Link Arabic TV, over 130 Arabic channels, BM Sports, Mushahada Plus. If you'd like to get one free membership for a whole week, all you gotta do is get in touch with the What's Up Media team. And big shout out to our sponsors of the Spot of Hope, Baqat Ahmed, our program, Marwan Faraj from Lamo Express, Ali Shanara from Century 21, real estate agent, Mangoes, Fawaz Hazimi, as well as, of course, Princess Bakery from Umara Ali Saad. Thank you all so very much. I was asking before and then we're going to go out, by the way, for a brief commercial break in like 6 minutes or so, just to give you a heads up. I was asking you, what does it look like or sound or feel like a busy day for a real estate agent, especially from someone like you guys? I mean, whether you, your brother, you know, until you guys reach that peak. People often see the product. People often see the finished product, you know, of Ali or X or Y getting that award on the stage, but they might not know what it took before all of that.
Lots of hard work. I mean, I believe it starts off at getting trained and mentored and coached before anything. Because if you got a great trainer, a great mentor, and a great coach, then it's kind of like getting your driver's, like it's like getting on a car. If you've never went for a test or went for a driver, learned how to drive, you'll never know. So from day one, I've always had a great mentor from my brother, from different real estate coaches in the industry. that we were a part of. And for that reason, I think we learned off of each other, and we also learned from the mentors. So it starts there. Then it also goes into, are you disciplined enough to start early in the morning before everybody else? And the early birds get the worms. And if you're going to start early, you want to know what to say, how to say. So we do what we call prospecting. My day consists of 3 hours of prospecting. What is prospecting? That's calling properties that came off the market with other realtors. That's calling for sale by owners. That's calling your past clients, your sphere of influence, your neighbors, anybody and everybody that you might think is potentially going to look to buy or sell. That I do religiously for 3 hours. It's boring. I hate it. I can't stand it. But guess what? Like I keep telling, and I train and I mentor other people, you don't have to like the process of something. You just got to love the results. I don't like the process of making 3 hours of calls. I hate it. I don't like to go to the gym and work out and lift weights and run and do what you do also, right?
Yeah.
I can't stand it. But what do we love, Khodr?
You're trying to become bigger than ever. Huh?
We love the results. Yeah,
right.
Exactly. Yeah.
We
love the results. So a part of getting those awards and becoming successful, becoming the top agent, it's not wearing a nice suit and tie and driving a nice car. No, because everybody sees, realtors. Wow, I want to be a realtor. I want to wear a tie. I want to wear a nice suit and become a realtor and get my license and show a house and make all this commission. That's not real estate. Real estate is grinding, searching, hunting for business, not waiting for business. A lot of people get into sales, they want to wait for business. You got to hunt for it. You got to look for it. You got to find it. And that's what I do every morning. And the more you do that consistently, it's like running consistently, you'll start to see weight, and you work out consistently, you start seeing muscles. Well, real estate is the same way. You got to work hard and you got to work smart, or if you don't do that, you're not going to get to those awards and get those status and production.
Sure. Before we go out the commercial break, Ali, if someone now wants to join, whether your team, your company, or become a real estate agent, and he has or she has zero experience, they don't know nothing about this business, is it doable that they can become successful as well? Or it's not going to be as...
Here's very simple. If they listen to me and let me coach them and let me mentor them, I'll make anybody and everybody a top producing agent.
Wow.
Not in an egotistical way. Because if you have a coach and somebody teaching you and guiding you, yeah, they can. I believe everybody can make it. Because let me tell you something. I'm not better than them. I'm not better than the top producer. I'm not better than anybody that sold way more than me. But they're not better than me. It's very simple. So I got to where I got to because I'm willing to learn and willing to implement what somebody taught me. You can learn something and somebody can implement things in your ears and it can come out the other ear. But the ones that make a difference between the successful ones and the ones that don't succeed, because real estate's got a 90% failure rate, meaning after 1 year, 9 out of 10 get out of the business, or whatever that percentage is. But it's a very high failure rate because everybody thinks you just get in and put a suit and show a house. And I'll tell you from right now, me personally, the advantage is I'm willing to do whatever it takes, however it takes, to succeed, to sell more homes. But more importantly, it's not about getting more money or making more money. This is not my goal. My goal is to help more families get what they need and what they want, sell more homes to my clients so they can get what they need and what they want. When you focus on being service-driven, not profit-driven, when you focus on service, not money, money starts to come. When you focus on money, you fall apart.
Yeah, because you start to chase...
You're chasing the dollar
everywhere.
And the clients can see that, and they can read and feel and see it, that you're after the sale, you're not after the service. So I ask if anybody who does want to get in it, you can. But you have to, and I always ask this question when somebody asks me, what do you think about me getting into real estate business? I always ask them, what are your monthly expenses? What is your, because when I find out how much your monthly expenses are, they need to know 6 months to a year, there's a chance you're not going to be making money. And if you can financially afford to go 6 months to a year without making money, right away I'm talking about.
That's my next question, actually, by the way. I mean, getting into such, because, I mean, let's be Because I mean, let's be real. Because I mean, it takes a bit to make money, especially out of commission. We're gonna come to the discussion, Ali, but let us, ladies and gentlemen, go out for a little commercial break, and we'll be back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Spot of Hope with our special guest. Like every other week, well, actually every week, we have a special guest. So today's guest is Ali Abdallah. Again, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having
And
me.
of course, we have to thank again all the audience that are sharing, commenting, asking, and complimenting, and making sure that this story and all the information that have been shared and will be shared right now are also getting to a lot of people as well. Big thanks to all the sponsors of WhatsApp Media Network, Sling Arabic TV, over 130 Arabic channels, BM Sports, Mushahada Plus for a whole week for free in Sling TV membership. All you gotta do is get in touch with the WhatsApp Media Network. Also, big shout out to a Spot of Hope sponsors, Princess Bakery, Al Umara, Al Umara, Al Warren, Ali Saad, thank you. Marwan Faraj, Express, thank you. Ali Sharara from Central 21 Real Estate, thank you, as well as Mangoes for Wasim, thank you so much. Ali, gonna come back to you. So before the break, we're talking about anyone who is thinking about getting into this field. You know, they even if this is their dream, they won't even make their end meet the first 6 months to a year
Yeah.
before they're even thinking about making 60,000 and 100,000 and 200,000. So then how are they going to live? I mean, if they have to devote all what they've got to reach the best results and spend all these hours to hunt business, as you were saying, so how are they going to live if they don't have another income?
Stay at home with mom and dad, first of all. until you stay at home with mom and dad until you start making money. But if you're older and you want to get into the business, you have to ask yourself, okay, if I have monthly expenses of $5,000 or $10,000 per month, some people don't know, they live at home, they don't know what monthly expenses are because they don't know. Their parents take care. But if they're older, you got to look at yourself. If you got $5,000 or $10,000 a month and you don't have no money saved up, I don't recommend you get into business, bluntly, because you got the first 3-6 months you're learning and you're trying to build a database, you're trying to build clients, you're trying to build network,
human capital.
And you got to pay money to market and brand yourself and everything else. It's a lot of money. If you don't got no money saved, a nest for your bills monthly, and what it takes to get going in the business, I wouldn't recommend it to anybody because I know how hard it is to succeed in this business. And I've had many agents call me. They want to join me, in the company I'm with, EXP, and I ask them these questions. Now, other brokers may not ask them because they want to hire as many agents as they can. For me, I know the truth, and I believe if I'm going to bring somebody into the business or into the company I'm with, I believe being upfront and honest with them is the right thing to do for them more than for me.
Plus, ethically, I mean,
it's the right thing to do.
On top of that, I mean, beside the business outcome, because they might join you for a day or two or a month, but they might drop out.
The worst thing I can see is somebody getting into the business and 6 months or a year later, they get out and they've lost all their savings because they didn't know how hard it is.
So, Ali Abdullah, let me ask you, you've came a long way. You've come a long way. You made a big impact on your surrounding, your family. You always love to break the odds. And try something new. Is it expected to see you one day? Could be soon, could be, I'm not sure, could be impossible, to help our younger generation, or those who are interested to become real real estate agents, meaning not for fun, those who've got their heart and their mind into it, to help them out, even if they are not financially stable? that can be off a grant, that might be off a scholarship kind of form of financial assistance. Is that something that you
Yeah, I mean,
that you might contribute in establishing? Though I think that I mean I never heard of something like that myself.
Yeah.
So here I'm giving you my idea.
Yeah, I wouldn't be against it. You know, I would love to like go to Fordson High School or Dearborn High or whatever high school, Crestwood High School, and speak about real estate and tell them the pros and cons about it and
Sure.
guide them. My goal is in 2 to 3 years to stop selling real estate and only mentor, coach, and recruit only. I want to be a real estate coach. I want to be a real estate mentor. I love, right now, if you notice all my social media posts, I'm branding, not me. I'm trying to mentor and coach anybody and everybody who wants to watch. I'm telling them what I do. So to me, giving is exciting.
Sure, but this is not against you, of course. I'm just trying to bring the opposite argument. But it takes money to make money. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, you said it. You know,
Of course.
I mean, if you don't have enough money to pay the bills and to afford what you have to afford, you're not going to be successful.
Yeah.
So, talking and presenting all what you got to do. Again, this is not against you, Abdullah. I mean, even me, if I'm going to, you know, sit here and talk, but I'm just talking about like something more of an assistance that will give them a hand, meaning give them a leg, if you want to say, and then give them a push. Once they feel that they can be independent, yeah, let it go. Even it can be a loan, like you can loan them some money.
Sometimes, you know,
Is that something that you
like
can,
a salary, like some people, you know, some people have found a way to make a salary, you know, weekly salary when they first get in, you know. I know that was around. I don't think it's around anymore, but that'd be a great thing to start off. Somebody has a salary. So I'm really looking forward to you working with me, Khodr, and I'll start paying you a salary, and that's it. We're all set. I would love to have you with me, by the way. Smart person like you.
It will be an honor.
Yeah, inshallah.
It will be an honor, and you know, not to compete with you. But those who knows me, they also know that.
I just love you because you're so damn smart. That's all. You're just a very smart person.
Thank you. I'm very competitive as well, by the way.
I know that. I seen you running on the treadmill and losing your way. I know that. I know you're very competitive. That's why I'm telling you. We'd make a really good team.
I would love to, and why not exploring the possibility? I'm totally open for that. But the problem is,
and even if you don't, I'll make you a deal. This is off the subject. I don't know how we got to this conversation. Anytime and every day you want to come with me on my appointments just to hear and see, feel, you know, what it's like to be a...
feel the words, yeah.
Feel the words and whatever, just to see what it's like in the everyday life of a realtor, especially my life, I'm down for it.
You got it. We'll talk about it.
Inshallah.
I promise.
Inshallah.
I promise, because I love to explore opportunities myself too. Of course, we got off topic here a little bit, but it's okay for people. No, actually, to be a matter of fact, I mean, it's good to change. A lot of people are so scared of change. We're not talking about a sudden change, meaning, you know, to all of a sudden throw yourself into something that you don't like, or, you know, I mean, it's where your passion is, and it's okay sometimes to try something new, because you would never know where, you know, you'll find a better opportunity. So that is on your mind, to mentor and to provide a good ground, a solid foundation for our younger people in specific, and even older, you know, individuals to get involved and to, so are we going to see you maybe having your own real estate, like a little course or school or something?
Yeah, so I have a real estate seminar coming that I'm working on. It's going to be here locally in Dearborn. I wanna do it, and I want to do it because I believe that, you know, I just have a passion for teaching real estate. I really do. I don't know politics. I don't know anything else but real estate. That's all I know. I know restaurants, I know real estate, and I know music. Those are my 3 specialties.
Sure.
So yeah, I see myself as a real estate coach, a real estate class, I want to do a seminar soon, and I'm working on it to teach anybody from any real estate company. I mean, look, I'm already doing it on social media. I'm teaching everybody everything I do and know to help better their business. And here's the beauty of it. When I went to the EXP convention last week in Las Vegas, you know how many people came up to me and told me, Al, I don't even know these people. Man, we've been following your videos. You've changed my life in real estate. You've helped me do this. You know what? That's gratification. I love that.
That's very rewarding. Yeah.
Very rewarding, right? Yes. And you are that way too, right? You love to teach, preach, and coach and help. I told every competing brokerage that are my competitors, but also my friends, I will go into your brokerage, and I already did it at a few of them, okay? And I've went in and taught their realtors what I do, what I know, for free. And these are my competing brokers. But you know what?
So that's a big heart.
When somebody texted me earlier today from Monroe, and I'll show you well, I don't know if you can read it, however, but she just couldn't thank me enough for all that I've been teaching her that I didn't even know she's been following me. See, that is rewarding. It's not a money. It's not a recruiting. It's not an EXP, downline, all this stuff in my company. It's just, I don't know how to say it. It's exciting.
Obviously, your passion is very, very appealing. And let me tell you this, in the midst of this, world that unfortunately, in a lot of it, chasing the dollar and the materials, it's very nice to find, people like yourself who are still really caring and loving, and they are chasing, they're, of course, your future as well, but also doing all they can do to help out others. That's really very rewarding, and the reward might not be in a financial incentive, but it's definitely, as you said, it's give you goosebumps, as you said, because people will express their love, their support, and their just their gratitude. That's extremely awesome, and that's take me to my next question to you. Beside real estate, as far as the actual process of showing houses and selling them, and and then here he goes, he bring his clients, and he shoots a video, which is really cool. Okay, and now where you get that mentality from? So besides again being being a hard worker and treating with respect, integrity, and competitive and all that stuff, but becoming like more of a life coach, but in the real estate life.
I think.
What does that sound like?
No. I think my famous selfie stick is where I show all those videos. But anyways, I just maybe because I watched so many real estate mentors, so many coaches, so many. From my brother to others and others and others. And here's the part you don't know, I didn't say. So not only was I a drummer, I was an MC. So I was an MC at every concert, every party. So me grabbing the microphone in front of thousands of people and speaking and introducing, whoever it is, the concert, the singer, or whatever, was always a passion. So I've always liked the microphone, and I've always liked the camera. I've always said in real estate, lights, camera, action. You got 10 seconds to get a house. You got 10 seconds to impress a buyer. That's why it's lights, camera, action, because in Hollywood, that's what they do, right? So my passion has always been the camera. I think because my passion is the camera and the microphone, I love the center of attention. I would admit it. I love getting attention. I love everybody coming to me. I enjoy that. So I think because I enjoy that in my blood, I enjoy teaching.
Okay.
So I think that I don't know if I said it right, but I love to give, and I love to see somebody flourish, and I love to see somebody succeed. And I love to see him succeed more than me. Here, a prime example, Ali Shad was my good friend, right?
Yes.
Okay. I kept after him to get his license. We were sitting in my basement. He knows the story. Me and him are very close. And when he got in, I kept on telling him different things. Do this, do that. And he started learning from this guy, from that guy. Obviously, he grew. See, to me, that story is exciting. And just like me, when I got into real estate, my brother, I was not in real estate. My brother's the same way, by the way. He loves to teach, coach, mentor, and see somebody grow.
Sure.
It's not a financial.
It's a source of income, no doubt about it. But you don't do it solely for that.
No, it's not. No, that's not the. No, that's not. Yeah, exactly. It's not the reason.
So I understand that. Yeah. People sometimes do whatever they do just to make money out of it, whether just to feed their family or just to pile their money. But you're doing it for that, of course, no doubt about it. But also. To bring joy to other people's lives. Let me talk about Dearborn a little bit. Mm-hmm. We live in Dearborn. You live in Dearborn Heights. We are better than you guys. Just kidding.
Okay.
We love both Dearborn and Dearborn Heights.
We're one community.
Absolutely. I'm just messing with you. Let's talk about the real estate situation in Dearborn and Dearborn Heights. Why is it so tough today to buy a house? If you want to sell a house, it can be sold maybe in a couple hours or a couple of days is max.
Mm-hmm.
But buying a house in Dearborn today,
Why is it difficult to find what you're looking for?
yeah.
Because of supply and demand. Simple as that. There's the
But why?
supplies.
Why there's a huge demand?
Because we're in a circle where a lot of the community loves to live in the Dearborn Heights community, and they like the Middle Eastern restaurants, they like the schools, they like the stores, they like the banquet halls. I mean, you name it, we have it here. I mean, I think we have more than the Middle East. You know what I'm saying? We probably have more stuff here than they have over there, you know? But,
I agree with that.
you know, as a community, I think we just got...
Actually, when I went to Lebanon, I don't
Yeah,
mean to cut you off. I tasted the manoushi هنيك.
It's not as good as
عندنا
here.
بديربون is أحسن.
Well, we used to say we want to go to Lebanon to eat the shawarma, but I think the people in Lebanon come here to eat the shawarma now. But yeah, but anyways, you know, I think we just grew up as a community this way. We got used to it being, you know, the diverse culture here. And some people like it, some people don't, but the majority like it. And I think, you know, that's the biggest reason why the demand is so high, is because you have everything. When you go out to Northville, Plymouth, Canton, Novi, other cities, you still have it, but it's limited. You know, where you have to drive back to Dearborn or Dearborn Heights to get some of the things that you don't have out there. And some people like to have it around you, and some people don't. And for the people that don't like to have, you know, all that around you, they go out 15, 20 minutes away.
Sure. Many people ask this question, by the way, and I'm just relating this question. That is, so they keep saying that if you buy a house in Dearborn, it might not be as big as a house that's worth $300,000 or $400,000, whereas you can buy double that house size in a different city.
Further out. Yeah, because outside of the Middle Eastern community, I think your options are more. So let's just say I sold my client's house in Dearborn. Most of the time when they go out west, they tell me they're looking in South Lyon, Commerce, Novi, Northville, Canton, Livonia, Milford. I mean, they have a load of cities they're okay with living in. So their selection is better, but number two, the demand is not as strong for that pocket. Here, it's so strong, so the price, what happens to the price? It keeps going up because the demand is so high, but the supply is so low. And the supply has always been low for several years now because people are scared to move because their selection is so low. So they stay put and they remodel their house.
Absolutely. That's definitely a great analysis for that. Let me ask you this question. When was the last time you sold a house?
Like about an hour ago. About an hour and a half ago before I walked in. Yeah.
Okay. You sold that house. And do you keep record of all the houses that you sold?
Absolutely.
How many
I'm very numbers driven.
How many houses you sold so far? If you don't mind us asking, by the way.
Yeah, I don't mind. I'm on track to selling 100 houses.
This year?
Yeah.
This year, 100 houses.
Yeah.
So are you going to be Al Rida in cars? I mean he'll be in cars.
Hey, I was on the phone with Ali Rida before I came over here. Okay. And
well, what does that mean?
that means I don't know how he does it, and I just know me and Ali Rida had a conversation about real estate and this, and I don't even know what to say.
That's nice.
Like 1,500 and gazillion
82
cars,
cars.
82 cars.
Yeah.
You know, hey, I can't sell 1,582 houses in 1 year unless I have maybe 40, 50 agents in my team.
I told Al Rida, by the way, which big shout out to him, he's a great guy. I told him, look, man, in 2020, you better sell 2,020
cars. I seen that video. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, to do this, the way the business works, your average realtor sells.
Absolutely.
The average realtor sells about 5 or 10 homes, 15 homes a year. That's nationwide.
So you are now, track 100. So how much you've accomplished into that now? How much you've sold so far?
Yeah. So like I'm almost at 100 right now. So I'm almost.
1 year?
What's that?
1 year, right?
1 year, yeah.
So that means that you're breaking a record. Have you
I don't
checked?
know if we're
Have you looked into that, by the way? Like,
No, you know what? I don't. I'm like Ali. Like I don't.
It's
count
not
how many
about that. No,
houses-
no. Habibi, it's not about counting or just looking for. I mean, just have you looked into if someone did sell 100 houses a year? I mean, is that doable? I mean, you just said that
It is.
the average
It's
is
very.
like 10,
It's a lot of work, though.
But so you have to go the extra 10 miles. Is that what
50
you mean?
miles, yeah. You got to go
Okay.
an extra 50 miles.
So then what's your goal then behind selling 100
So,
houses?
good question. So I know that as an individual agent, you can only sell so many houses by yourself. There's only so many hours in a day, okay?
Okay.
And selling 100 houses in 1 year, that's a lot of time, a lot of hours, a lot of everything, okay?
How long it takes to sell a house? Just to give people, a perspective. How many hours?
It takes you a couple hours to list the house, put it on the market. Maybe 3 hours between start and
Oh, I
finish.
thought it's only a click of mouse.
No. That's why everybody thinks we get paid too much because they don't know. Until they get in the business, they're like, wow, I want to get out of this business. It's too much work.
Okay, so
So-
listing it for 2 hours.
The appointment is usually about an hour or two to list the house when you're at the client's house. And then you got to get pictures and you got to get measurements and you got to upload all the information, the file. I mean, the A to Z process of getting a house from when you meet the client to actually on the market.
A week, 2 weeks?
No, I mean, if you put hours we're talking about, probably let's just say 5 to 8 hours to get that up and running between pictures and everything else. But to get a home sold, meaning after you put it on the market, it can be an hour, it can be a year. It's unknown. Average is about maybe 3 to 6 months, give or take, the market or the area. So you can be working for 6 months to potentially make a commission. Not guaranteed to make a commission. Think about that. We're not lawyers. We don't get paid hourly.
Yeah,
So-
you only get paid when you make that sale.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, we're speaking in English a lot. Are we supposed to be speaking English?
No,
It
it's
doesn't
okay.
matter.
It's all good. No problem.
I don't know. We started in Arabic, and then all of a sudden.
No worries. No, I just found that you are more comfortable in English. So
It just depends on the business, yeah. of course.
Yeah. So I mean, just I don't
خي بنحكي لك بالعربي بنحكي لك بالانجليزي مثل ما بدك يا خي خضر، بس انا بعرفش اللي عم يحضروا
يعني
اللي
هلا
بلبنان واللي
جيتنا
بهون.
على اخر 8 minutes. No, it's okay. It's no problem. No, I just found that you were way more comfortable in English, and I bet you can express better,
Probably.
especially when it comes to these,
Yep.
Okay, then we have about 7-8 minutes before we continue with you, Ali. I have to go back to our audience because for real, this show has been really very positive and has been shedding a light on one of the most positive individuals like yourself for the past 2 months. And inshallah, with your support, everybody's support is going to continue for months and years to come, inshallah. And of course, we wish the very same for WhatsApp Media Network because they are also paving the way for so many great shows, very great quality guests and personalities to show and to make their voice heard. With that said, a big shout out to all the sponsors of WhatsApp Media Network, Sling Arabic TV, 130 Arabic channels, BM Sports, Mushahada Plus. If you, ladies and gentlemen, would like to get a free membership for a whole week, all you got to do is just get in touch with WhatsApp Media staff and you got it right there. Also, big shout out to our sponsors of A Spot of Hope, our program. We've got Marwan Faraj from Mom Express, big shout out. We've got Ali Saad from the Princess Bakery, I love their pizzas. Big shout out. And then Ali Sharara, Habib Alb from Century 21, thank you. And then we've got Mangoes for Watazima as well, thank you so much. Inshallah, fi bad 2 or 3 more sponsors coming in. We will announce as soon as we confirm with them. So we want to thank them all for their support. And of course, our audience, thank you so much always for your kind comments. Please post any question, any comment you have. We will take it. And then please make sure that you keep sharing the video to get it to as much. And by the way, I know that I have not said that word by word, by the way, Ali, in the past. If you guys have any idea or any topic or any person that you'd like to see us hosting here, make sure that you reach out to us, whether via inbox, email, phone, text, comment, whatever. So please, we are even more than happy to go with that. We try our best to bring the best, and you are one of the best.
Thank you.
Yes, of course.
You're better.
Thank you.
Remember, we're going to be a team, right?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
But I'm just scared that when I beat you for the first time. I mean, you're gonna say, man. You're gonna say, man, this guy came out of nowhere and
Hey,
he's
that's the
blind
goal.
and,
I want you to
and he
beat
beat me.
I want you to beat
Just
me.
kidding. You're the man. But I'm really serious about exploring and see how, what it takes. And I love new things, and we'll see how that's gonna go. We got about 5 minutes remaining, and I like to ask you about your future. Now with this your new team for a year now almost. You're about to sell 100 houses in 1 year. About to. You did not. You did not want me to know the number because you were scared that I'm going to beat you in 2 months. But it's okay.
Inshallah.
Just
If
kidding.
you're with me, you'll beat me.
Habib, you're the best.
Habib.
You know, but where Ali is the future now. So you said earlier that you would like to be a mentor or more of a coach to guide those who are interested in getting into this business. Is that where we're going to see you in the next 4 or 5 years? All you got to do, going around and speak at the conventions and seminars? And
I don't know. So I joined EXP Realty because it's an agent owned company. And I don't want to open up my own brokerage, but I want to tell you that, you know, I see myself as a mentor, as a coach, and that's what I've been doing with EXP. I personally see myself like you're saying, and I don't know if that will happen. I'm pretty sure it'll happen, but I need to bring in more agents to this company of EXP so that the revenue comes in on its own, and I don't need to sell real estate anymore. So I've added on a couple agents in my team. I've added on assistants. I
so
built
you can
my
have
own
a steady
team.
income.
Yeah, and that's why recently I made a team, and alhamdulillah, it's been working great.
Alhamdulillah.
And my numbers will be more next year, inshallah. And once the team gets developed, I'm going to grow the team even more to get that revenue.
Sure. So for you to choose EXP means that something special about it.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. So for them, well, first off, I mean, I don't mean to come across harsh, but they're lucky to have you. So
Well, I'm sure they are.
yeah.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah. So lucky to have you. So what is it that EXP is different or more special than the team that you're working for? Not necessarily your team, your brother's team. When I call it in trouble,
The EXP team?
Yeah. Like what are the difference between the two companies? So why you chose EXP? What is it so special about it?
A good question. Just quick to keep it short. You got stock. It's a publicly traded company, so you get stock from the company. Every sale you get, every closing you get stock. I told you it's an agent-owned company, so you can brand yourself the way you want. They don't care. They don't question how you put your signs, how you brand yourself, which is something that realtors love to do, but a lot of brokerages stop you from doing it. You get revenue. You get residual income from every closing. Every agent you bring in, you get a percentage of their commission from the company, not from the agent. And if there any agents they bring in, it's a multi-level marketing company. So you make residual income from all the agents, downline, sideline. Now we just found out EXP is going to have health insurance, providing health insurance for their agents, and that's coming in the next few months. We just found out yesterday.
Nice.
We're all partners. We're not competitors in the company, which is different. Usually you're a competitor in other brokerages. We have 10 locations right now. We have Novi, Troy, downtown Detroit, Trenton, Dearborn Heights, Plymouth, Canton, Royal Oak, Traverse City, and Clinton Township. So we're growing. They say we're not a brick and mortar, cloud-based brokerage. So that means anywhere your phone can go is your office. You got full access to the whole company in your phone, which no other company has. And then it gives you a retirement plan that I never had. Now I have. So if God forbid something happened to me today, my family will be financially good because there's revenue coming in from residual income. And yeah, so like just all the above that I've seen, they say once you see it, it's hard to unsee it, and that's why I
So basically, it's more of a comfortable environment, it's more of a learning environment, comfortable, gives you more chance to grow and to thrive.
Yeah, 10 classes a day in the cloud. So it's the Uber of the industry. Like it's like when Uber came around, everybody said, what is Uber? Now where's Uber? Where's Yellow Cab? Where's Blockbuster? Where's Netflix? Where's Circuit City? Where's Amazon? It's that of the industry, and it's the fastest growing brokerage in the world, in history.
So let me sum it up for you then. So of course I know you. I mean, we know each other for the past couple months only, and just kidding.
Couple hundred months.
And let me sum it up for you. So basically, you don't like to watch the game or to leave it as being played. You love to change the rules.
I like to be different. Different meaning my selfie stick different meaning the videos I do. I like to be a trendsetter. I don't like to be a follower. And I love when people follow me. Nice. That's exciting to me.
Cool.
Do I have my selfie stick somewhere? I like to be the setter, not the follower. What do I mean by that? And when you start doing what I do, right, and you copy me and you imitate me or you duplicate me, guess what? I get excited, not upset. When I started doing videos of homes 10 years ago, thank you. This is my selfie stick. For everybody that you want to see it, that's all over. And the beauty about this, look how far it goes out.
Yeah, I know.
You can like beat up somebody with this thing. But anyways, okay. Yeah, it's also a weapon.
You love that.
I love this. This goes everywhere I go. This
Yeah.
goes everywhere with me. And I'm going to tell you, so like I like to be a trendsetter, not a follower. And I like people to learn off of me. When I started doing videos 10 years ago of homes and pictures of a sold sign at a closing, you know, some people found that weird. Guess what? Now weird is what works. That's what everybody does now. You know, the pictures with the clients. I do video testimonials. That's what I enjoy.
Sure. You were ahead of your time.
Oh, by 10 years. I didn't know it. But hey, I'm excited.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Ali, what would be a final word before we conclude?
Just know that I'm very authentic. I love to help. I love to give. I love to sell. And I love to make money. Who doesn't? It pays my bills. It helps my family have a better living. But overall, the real estate is a great industry to get into. Just don't get in it because you think you're going to want to make money. It's the wrong business to get into to make money. Money will come later on. And then What's Up Media Network. I definitely have to give a shout out to you guys. Sen Hashim, Khodr Farhat. And I will tell you, if you are looking to buy or sell real estate, locally, nationally, and internationally. A lot of people don't know that I do business outside of the States also. I connect you with the right people, and I'm a part of that transaction. And I have a listing coming up in Jordan. I'm in Jordan, inshallah. So I'm doing business all over the world now instead of just doing business in Dearborn, in your city of Dearborn.
What's your phone number? Yeah.
So if you want to reach out to me, feel free to call, text, or email me. My phone number is 313-718-5000. I just put out the hand so they know 5000.
Yeah,
my website is alsellsit.com, ALSELLSIT.com, or .work is my landing page. So yeah, give me a call, text me, or messenger.
Instagram,
Facebook,
yeah.
Al Abdallah Realtor, or Al Abdallah on Facebook. Instagram is Al Abdallah EXP Realty. Snapchat is Al Abdallah. Man, come on. LinkedIn. There's a lot. Just look me up. You'll find me. I promise you. Or just call Khodr and he'll tell you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'll be honored to be your manager.
And if you are, last thought, if you are in real estate and you are not on social media and you're not getting in front of the camera, get a selfie stick, and you're not, it's a free service. Take advantage of it. Like, why do people not do it? Here, people are sick of my videos, and I know it, okay? But guess what? It works. For the people that don't need to buy or sell real estate, they may not like it. But for the people that buy and sell real estate, they're calling me. That's why I keep doing it.
Ali, it's been a pleasure having you.
Likewise.
We definitely wish you the best. I love your energy. I love your positive influence. It's contagious.
Thank you.
So if you see me now putting videos of myself selling houses, don't be mad at me.
No. You are hired, my friend. You are hired without an interview. Hey, next video, I promise you.
You're the man.
Sling TV, What's Up Media, and everybody else. It's going to be me and him. I don't know how to deal. You're legally blind, so I have to learn that part, okay?
Oh my God.
But look, we are going to be a team. I promise you. That'll be different.
You're the man. And I think that's going to be breaking the odd by itself. But that's why also, by the way, I love to do some odd things too, because they're often not being done by people that are blind. So that's why also something that we share, me and you, breaking the odds in our own special ways.
To do a talk show being blind, I've never thought about that in a million years, but you're doing it and you're succeeding with it.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. It comes from the heart. Again, it's a passion. Thank you, Ali, so much for your time. We appreciate it. Wish you much more success and prosperity. God bless you and your family.
God bless you too.
Ladies and gentlemen, we come to our end. As you saw, Ali is, again, a very positive energy. He loves to change how the game is played. He doesn't like to be a follower. He loves to be a leader and the centerpiece of wherever he goes. Hussein Hashim, thank you. What's Up, Mina? Thank you. All the sponsors, Sting Arabic TV, over 130 Arabic channels, BM Sports. Get in touch with What's Up Network staff to get a free membership for a whole week. Our sponsors, our lovely sponsors, Furun Umara, Ali Saad, Princess Bakery, thank you. Marwan Farhat Express, thank you. Ali Sharara from Central 21, real estate agent, thank you. And of course, Mango's Dearborn from Fawad Hazimi, thank you so very much. Our audience next week, our guest is, God willing, is Yusuf Musallam. He's another rising star. He has been a rising star in our community, an educator, a very caring and loving individual as well. So stay tuned for next Tuesday for his very successful story. Inshallah, we'll see you guys all next Tuesday. Have a good night.
Thank you.